We're continuing our video sit-down with the candidates. We're switching gears. We've been pretty much for the last hour or two county commissioner things. Now we're moving on to Mason County PUD No. 1, Commissioner District 3. Dietrich Allen off camera, on camera, Jack Janda. And he is the incumbent to this seat. So, Jack, tell everybody about Jack Janda.
So I've been in the community for 35 years in the Hoodsport area. I retired from the Forest Service about 10 years ago. I got elected to the PUD 12 years ago. So I guess I retired 12 years ago. And so I've served 12 years. I've also volunteered in the community with the fire department for 33 years. I was the chief of the fire department for 10 years as a volunteer. Served in the Kiwanis. And also served as a volunteer in the Mason County Tourism Council, and served at the Hood Canal School as a volunteer for many, many years. So we love our community and enjoy being in it, and I'm very happy to live in Hoodsport. It's a great place to live.
So let's get into the couple of questions that I have for you. First one, what is the biggest issue or problem facing Mason County PUD 1, and how do you plan to deal with it?
So I think the single biggest issue, I have four of them, so I hope that I could address each one of them. Increasing rate pressure. So we get increasing rate pressures both in the water and on the electric side, but especially on the electric side. We have a Bonneville Power Administration. They are constantly looking at increasing customers' rates, and so one of the things that commissioners need to do is be vigilant and making sure that those rates that are passed on to our customers are fair and equitable. Also, the unfunded mandates by state government. We have a lot of unfunded mandates that come down through either Department of Ecology or Department of Health, and some of those mandates are legitimate mandates and it addresses public health, and others are questionable, and the red tape to get through a lot of these issues is very difficult. The third thing would be a loss of local control. A lot of things happen in state government and even at the federal level. A lot of legislation happens where the PUD's authority is taken away. And, of course, as elected commissioners, it's our job to make sure that we're doing what our customers want. And sometimes that is circumvented by legislation through the state level and the federal level. And the fourth thing would be, and this is both on the power generator side, which is Bonneville Power, because we're a full requirements customer of Bonneville, but also with the utility, and that's the aging infrastructure. We have a lot of outdated infrastructure, power lines in the ground, underground, and also overhead that is aging, and we have substations that we have to build as we have new growth. And we have to replace some of the outdated equipment in the substations. So I would say, from the utility standpoint, at home in the Potlatch area where our office is, I would say that our single biggest issue at home is the aging infrastructure.
Okay, how do you propose to keep rates affordable?
Well, there's some things we can do. The most important thing in keeping the rates affordable is to be vigilant with Bonneville Power to have a presence. In other words, you can't back up to your check. You need to spend the time challenging BPA, going to the meetings down in Portland at times, the Public Power Council, and fighting for your customers' rights. The other way to do it is at home, not to have the utility having too many personnel on staff. That we need to be right-sized at all times. And listening to your customers and ideas from your customers. Conservation is a big thing. I can tell you that conservation is the cheapest resource you can get. It's a lot cheaper to conserve than it is to go out and have us buy new generation resources.
Okay, final question for you, Jack. What is the PUD's single biggest need? You did kind of touch on it, but I want you to expand on your opinion on that.
Well, just that the single biggest need for, I would say, it's two things. I'm sorry.
Okay.
One is loss of preference. The customer has a right to power from the Bonneville Power Administration, from the Federal River System, the Columbia River System. They have a right to that power at wholesale cost. And it's a threat when other entities try to take that away, and it's always a fight to challenge those efforts. The other thing was back to the infrastructure, is that we're going to have to program out over the out years, the next decade. We're going to have to program, and we are programming. We're doing it right now through our strategic plan. We are looking at our infrastructure replacement so that we don't impact our customers all at one time. And we're looking at using bond rates to do that. So that, I would say, infrastructure replacement and addressing our infrastructure is critical.
Okay. Jack Janda. He's PUD 1 Commissioner, District 3 incumbent, seeking re-election. Thanks for taking some time and coming down and talking to us.
Thank you.